listening to Pathlight Radio.
Hi everyone, my name is Dave and this is the Pathlight People Show. On today's show, I'm going to be speaking with the 2013 X Factor winner. Please give a big welcome to Dami Im.
Thank you for having me.
Now Dami, I'd love to start off by talking about your fantastic new album. Now your last 3 albums featured a lot of pop, electronic and R&B musical influences. What made you want to do a jazz album for your new album, I Hear a Song?
I felt that I was at a point in my career where I wanted to connect back to my roots and, you know, the type of music that I used to do before people came to know me through X Factor and Eurovision. And yeah, all my life I've been a classically trained pianist, and then I studied jazz singing at university, and I just love singing beautiful songs, playing the piano, and that's where I feel the most comfortable. And yeah, it's not a full-on heavy jazz kind of thing. It has a jazz influence, but it's a very, it's easy to listen to with songs that many people know, like Aretha Franklin and Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, all my favorite artists.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. Now I understand that you flew to Nashville to record this album, and you worked with 90s Aussie pop legend Rick Price. What was it like working with Rick?
It was really nice. I really love working with Rick as my producer because he was very passionate about letting my sound come through and, you know, not trying to make it in this way or that, what he wanted to do, but he wanted to have my vision really come through. And yeah, that was the main aim. And he wanted me to, you know, really be able to do what I wanted to do with the album. And yeah, I think the end result was, you know, we got something that I was really happy with, and something quite raw and organic and not too processed with so much, you know, auto-tune and fine-tuning and all of that production. And I think it came out really beautifully in the end. So I was very happy with doing that. And yeah, it was over in Nashville. So yeah, with some of the best musicians in the world. So I felt really grateful.
So as well as working with all those incredible artists, you got to also work with the Nashville Symphony Orchestra. That must have been incredible.
Yeah. I mean, like, they are the top musicians that work with some of the big names, you know, like Diana Krall and Elton John, Lady Gaga. Like, they're just, you know, really great players. So just to have all these musicians on my album was such a privilege, and I just felt, yeah, I was just so really happy with it and excited about it.
Wow, that does sound really exciting. Now, Dami, you've been very open in the past about your faith in God. How has your faith helped you in your career so far?
Well, for me, I grew up in, you know, as a church-going person, and I really sort of got to know more about the world after I started my career through X Factor and doing all this, making music and coming into contact with non-Christians. And I really began to think about what my faith actually meant for me. And because, you know, it's when you're just hanging out with Christian friends, you don't really think about it. It's just easy to believe. But when you're not, it makes it, you know, you actually think about what it means and whether it's, you know, if it's worth it. So the answer that I got was that I'm really grateful to have the relationship with God and the knowledge that He loves me through, you know, Jesus, and, you know, that He knows me deeply and still loves me deeply. And, you know, I found that you can't find that elsewhere, and to have that love is more than anything else that you can find in the world. And that's what I'm discovering through, being out in the world, I guess.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I think it's an amazing testimony of faith that you're still able to shine that light in your music career?
Well, I think everybody's the same with, when they go and work in their different fields. It makes you think, like how do I still stay true to my faith and still be able to relate to the people around me, and it's a constant challenge, but also it's a good challenge because like everybody's been called to do that, I guess, like to love the world and share the love of Jesus, and I think it's the same for everybody, I think.
Now, Dami, your new album is coming out tomorrow and it features a number of really iconic songs. How did you feel about recording some of these really special songs?
It was great that I got to sing some of these songs that I've loved since I was young and be able to just play the piano and do it in my own way and make them special for me and mean something for me. It was really it was a fun process and very satisfying, and I'm just really looking forward to letting people hear it. And I'm very excited, a little bit nervous, people haven't heard the whole album yet, so I'm just kind of anxiously waiting for everyone to hear it.
Now, we've heard your latest single, I Hear a Song, and we absolutely loved it.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Now, I also hear that you're planning some up-close and personal shows for your up-and-coming tour. What are you most looking forward to with these shows?
Well, it's a bit different to the tour that I did, my first tour, and this one's a much smaller, intimate kind of tour. I'm playing at the basement, and very small venues on the East Coast in April and May, and I think it'll be special because people will really get to see me as an artist without too much happening. It'll be a very intimate thing, and I get to, I guess, really sing to the small audience, and I really like these small venues because you really feel like everybody's engaged, and I get to sort of speak to them, and so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody come out and singing these new songs to them.
Yeah, I agree. The basement is such a fantastic venue, and Dami, I'm sure all of your fans can't wait to see your shows there, and I'm sure everyone that comes to the shows can't wait to hear some of the new tracks from this album. I can't wait. It's going to be sort of a lot of fun to finally take it on the road and let everybody hear it in real life. Well, Dami, thank you so much for your time. It was such a blessing to be able to speak with you today. From all of us here at Pathlight Radio, we wish you all the best with your new album and your up-and-coming tour.
Thank you. Thanks for the chat, and thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks so much, Dami.
Thank you.
God bless. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Pathlight People. Pathlight People is a weekly show featured on Pathlight Radio Australia. Pathlight Radio Australia is a Christian digital radio station broadcasting from Sydney, Australia. If you'd like to listen to Pathlight Radio Australia, simply go to your app store on your phone or tablet and just search Pathlight Radio Australia and download the free Pathlight Radio app. If you enjoyed this interview and you would like to share it with someone, you can download this episode and many other episodes on our Pathlight People podcast channel, which is available now on iTunes and Podbean. If you want to keep up to date with what's happening on Pathlight Radio Australia, you can follow and like us on our social media pages. Just search Pathlight Radio Australia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you have any questions about something that you heard in today's interview, or you have a question about God, Christianity, or maybe the Bible, then please email your question to us. Contact@pathlightradio.org. For any other information about our radio ministry, just go to our website, pathflightradio.org. I'm Dave Daniels, and thanks for listening to Pathflight People.